I'm Brian Rizzo. My team is straight ripping and my gamer tag is legit. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. I think one of my greatest strengths is that I'm very aware of what's going on and I try to help out the team, and I don't care if I go negative or if I break even or whatever, even if I go positive. I try to win the game for however I have to do that.
Kill-tacular.
I think skill comes to effect at the beginning of the game. They're going to take, everyone that has a lot of skill is going to be on top. And then once everyone's reached the top skill, that's when mental comes into effect, how bad you can outsmart your opponents, who can set up better, who has the better strategies. But skill only goes so far. And then that's when your brain and how you function, like how you play the game, takes the next role. You need to be an all-around player if you want to do good in MLG, because you can't just have one specific role and have yourself depend on that, because if one guy can't do that role, then your whole team is just, it's going to go down the drain if one guy doesn't perform. So you got to have everything. You have to be all-around player. Orlando, we started off strong, and then we faced 5K, and it was a little nail biter. Then going to the final boss, we didn't know what to expect. We were hoping to go to Game 5 with them in the winners and maybe take a Sanctuary TS. And then when we actually beat them in 4 games, like, we knew we were going to win the tournament right then. And when we played them again in the finals, we were still, we knew they were the best team, and we knew we were going to have to come out with like the same momentum if we wanted to beat them, and we ended up doing that even with the first loss. We were on fire at Orlando, and we were molding more as a team. And after Chicago, that was our first event. We only had a couple weeks to practice, and we got more time to practice in between Chicago and Orlando. So that's of course going to build more chemistry between our team, and we get more familiar with our play styles, and with that comes a better teamwork and better outcomes at the tournament. Our biggest competition is for sure Final Boss. They're the best team right now, or they're the best team as Halo 2. They've been the most consistent. Everyone knows that. So everyone's going to be competition, but of course Final Boss is one of our biggest competition. If you want to become an MLG Pro, you just have to focus on just being good, and you have to focus on practicing, and you have to focus on everything you want to. Like, you can't be a pro if you don't want it, and you have to practice if you want it, and you have to do whatever you can, whether that be making sacrifices for other stuff. This is becoming a sport, so if you really want it, you have to go out and practice, and you have to get a good team, and you're gonna have to keep on going through teams until you get that one team that you're fit and you're placing well with. And if you're good, then you'll find a team eventually. I think as the transition between Halo 2 and Halo 3 comes, there's going to be some teams, of course, that stay at the top, and then there's going to be some teams that drop and new teams will replace them. I hope that's not the case for our team. Once Halo 2 is officially over, there's no more tournaments, then that's when we're going to turn our focus completely to Halo 3, and hopefully to carry that over to the next season if MLG decides to pick up Halo 3. And I hope we don't disappoint, because I want to keep in this league as long as I can.